Hey everybody, Joe with Joe's Phenomenal here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be making pan-seared pork loins with baked sweet potatoes and garlic green beans. So you ready? Let's get into this. Since we're doing baked potatoes, the first thing we want to do is get the oven preheated to 375 degrees. This is something you're going to want to do right away. So it's a good idea to start those about 45 minutes before you start everything else. We're using some really big sweet potatoes here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bake them, and then we're going to have to cut them down a little bit for service because as they are, they're way too big. For these, you want to go ahead and scrub these down really good to get any surface contaminants off. If you're going to use a sponge like this, make sure you're using a brand new one. Don't use one that you've been cleaning dishes with or anything like that. That's just kind of gross. And once you have those clean, you want to stab them both with the tines of a fork just to make sure you're not building up pressure inside the potatoes. Just a few times is all you should need. And really, that's all the prep we got to do. And once your oven's preheated, go ahead and throw these in on the middle rack. It's going to take about 90 minutes or so for these to cook. Just be sure to keep an eye on them. Our next step is to get the pork ready. So we have our pork loin steaks, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and we've got an herb combination that I've already mixed. We have garlic powder, salt, pepper, and a little bit of paprika in here. We don't need the oil for now, but we do need to go ahead and season our pork. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up here, and then we're going to go ahead and spread it over the surface of the pork loins. Keep in mind that if you're interested in trying out this recipe, all the ingredients and the measurements are in the description of the video, along with the calorie count, the protein, the carbohydrates, and the fat. You're going to want to be pretty generous with the herbs on these. Make sure you get them covered up nice and even, and you can kind of pat it in there a little bit too. Remember, don't just get the front and the back. You want to make sure you kind of get the sides here too. One way you could do that, which would probably be a little bit easier, is you can actually take your herbs here and just kind of pat the meat right in there like that if you like. Pretty effective way of doing it actually. Well, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and cook these up. Okay, be sure to set your range to about medium to medium-high heat. And we can go ahead and throw in our oil. You'll know the oil is ready to go once you start to see little ripples start to form on the surface. And once you see those, we're ready to cook. And when you lay your meat in, lay it in away from you. If you do it the other way, you're going to risk splashing hot oil onto yourself, and I don't recommend doing that. Depending on how hot you're running your range at and the thickness of your meat, we're probably going to need someplace between 4 and 6 minutes per side. For pork, you want the internal temperature to be someplace over 145 degrees, but below 170 degrees. 170 would be considered well done. And we want to be a little bit below that because number one, after you take it off the heat, it's going to cook up a little bit. And number two, if you take it off the heat too late, it's going to cook past well done and you're going to end up with some tough, dry meat. I always recommend letting the pork rest a few minutes after you take it off. So in our case, we're probably going to want to cook it up to about 150 degrees and then go ahead and pull it off and let it rest on the side. If you're a more experienced cook, you could probably just kind of feel the meat and you can kind of tell exactly how well done it is. But for most other people, it helps to have a digital thermometer like this, and you just kind of poke in there once in a while just to check your temperature. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and flip these. When you flip your pork loin here, it's going to be a little bit dark around the edges. That's okay, it's not burned. Keep in mind that we're using paprika as one of our herbs, and that definitely does tend to turn a little bit dark. So this really is pretty much exactly how we want this to look. We've already got a nice crunchy crust here set up on this side. In my case, I'm using a thicker cut, so I would actually cook it at a little bit lower temperature for a longer period of time to make sure it gets cooked. If you're using a thinner cut, you want to run it at a higher temperature for less time. That way it'll get cooked and you'll still have a nice crust form on it as well. Be sure to check your temperatures often because pork cooks a lot faster than you might think it does. We're right around 135 degrees or so right now. So we're almost done with this. Okay, it looks like our pork is just about ready to rest. So we'll go ahead and get it off the heat. We'll set it right here on the cutting board and let this rest. And in the meantime, we'll go ahead and get the rest of our stuff ready. Now I would recommend using the same pan since we got little bits of pork still in there. And we'll go ahead and use this to make our mushroom sauce. So for the mushroom sauce, we're going to throw in a little bit of olive oil. And then we have our mushrooms and a little bit of butter. Be sure to keep stirring your mushrooms here. We're just going to want to soften these up just a bit before we add anything else in. For this, you're going to want to use just a little bit less heat than what you used for your pork. Otherwise, you're going to annihilate these. You're going to feel like you don't have enough moisture in the pan here, but don't worry about that. Mushrooms have a really high water content, so as you cook them a little bit, they're going to become more moist. Once you got them kind of cooked down a little bit like this, then we can start going ahead and adding in our other ingredients. Okay, a little bit of cornstarch. Make sure you distribute that around in there. Make sure you mix it in really good here. Right away, actually. We're going to add in our garlic. Just give that just a little bit of time to cook in, just a tiny bit. Probably about 30 seconds or so, not much more than that. And we'll add in our half and half. Then our thyme, then our Worcestershire sauce. And all we gotta do is stir this around a little bit. That cornstarch we threw in there is gonna thicken the sauce up pretty much right away. You can see that happening. You just wanna kind of keep stirring this until you get it all kind of one color. Then we're gonna end up setting it aside. As you see down here in the pan, all that crust that we had down in there from the pork before, that's mixing right into this sauce too. And once you have this sauce ready, you just go ahead and set it aside. And we can move on to the green beans. Okay, for our green beans, again, we got a little bit of oil. These are actually really simple. And our butter. And really, your green beans should be the last thing you do. You should do everything in the same order that we did here in this video, where you started the potatoes first. As you can see, those potatoes are almost done, but we went ahead and gave them a good head start before we started working on anything else. The green beans literally only take a few minutes, so we do them last just to make sure they're nice and fresh when we plate up. So again, we're waiting till we start seeing those ripples like we did before. You can use regular green beans, you can use haricots verts, or you can use what I'm using here, which are Chinese green beans. They're thin, they're really thin, almost like a haricot vert, but they're a little bit softer too. Make sure you toss these around here. Get a good coat of the oil and butter mixture onto all your green beans here, just to make sure they're going to cook nice and even. These are pretty dark colored right now. With green beans, you can tell they're done when they're kind of a brighter green color. But it also kind of depends on how you like your green beans. Some people like them a little bit more firm, some people like them a little bit more soft. It's totally up to you. The best way to check that out is to take a little piece out of there and try it when you think it's done. And if it still feels too hard, then just cook it a little bit longer. Now we'll add in our herbs. I've got a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and just a pinch of chili flake in here. It's a very, very tiny amount. Be really careful with that because a little bit goes a really long way. If you don't like spicy stuff, you can always leave that out altogether if you like. It's totally up to you. And make sure you mix that in really good. And then we'll go ahead and cover that. And it'll probably take about 3 minutes or so to get that cooked. Okay, it's been a few minutes. Let's go ahead and check that out. And these look like they're just about done. Let's find out. Yeah, those are done. So what we'll do is we're going to take a little bit of minced garlic and we're just going to give it maybe 30 seconds or so just to kind of cook that minced garlic up a tiny bit. And then we're going to get that off the heat. Okay, now it's time to check on these potatoes. That looks perfect. So we'll get those out of the oven. Okay, now we should be ready to plate up. We'll go ahead and slice this up. As you see right there, that's perfect. We're just gonna use one of our sweet potatoes for this, actually just half of one. And now we can go ahead and get this plated up. Hey, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all kinds of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. And some green beans here. And one of our sweet potatoes. We'll actually use one of our forks to kind of scuff this up just a little bit here, just so we can shape this a little bit better. Once we have it shaped a little bit, then we're gonna go ahead and add in our herbs for this. A little combination of salt, pepper, and cinnamon. I'll put a little bit on there, and you're gonna wanna kind of mix that in really good. Make sure you scrape it away from the sides of the potato skin there. Then drop in a little pat of butter. I recommend just kind of mixing that butter in there. Once you've done that, I'm gonna top the pork off with a little bit of this mushroom sauce. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about Joe's Phenomenal, you can watch a couple more of our videos, or you can visit us online at joesphenomenal.com. I thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to watch our video, and hope to see you again really soon. So once again, my name is Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.